Okay, so oftentimes, especially during retreat, we collectively, as we're reading books or contemplating, we write down little pithy sayings and put them at the lunch table so that everybody can read them as we go around. Something to contemplate during lunch, since we eat lunch in silence. Actually, we're in silence all the time during retreat. But there's this one that's been stuck to the wall. I think it's been there for probably over a year. I don't know. I think it looks like Venerable Tarpa's handwriting. No? Okay. I don't know. Kathleen? For one dispassionate towards perception? Who's this? It's extensive, but the only part that I'm usually just walking by, so I only get to read the first sentence. So that's what I'm kind of like always contemplating. But it says, for one dispassionate toward perception, there are no ties. And I just, every time I walk by, and wow, that sounds nice. But without that sort of, that's the kind of the basis of our practice. If we don't have any wish to go beyond the six senses and to go beyond these kind of just very worldly, what feels good, what smells good, what tastes good, what's nice to think about, what's nice to look at. If we don't have any wish to go beyond that, then there isn't any Dharma. There's no need for Dharma. Forget the Buddha. There's no need for religion, really. If we think, this is what I kind of label materialism. It's kind of what it feels like to me in our day and age. To be materialistic is to really think that that's all that's needed, is just pleasant people and good talk and good food and good drink and then even if you get rid of all that, you just sit around and think about things that you wish you could do, or you want, you get tied up in your own thoughts, and those become their own sort of attachments. And so without dispassion towards the senses, there's no reason to practice the Dharma. But if we just contemplate this sort of, as we grasp it, whatever we grasp at, food, we're about to eat lunch, so food, we get our food together and we're kind of trying to get back to our seat and eat quickly so we can get back and get some more before it's all gone. And just, if we can just slow down and just kind of not really mind so much, not really care so much about that stuff, then quickly kind of Dharma practice falls into place. There's so much more room and time to do other things, that we can do all kinds of contemplations. But as long as we're holding those things, we think we're going to get pleasure, and that pleasure is going to be happiness, and that happiness is going to be good enough. And so then what reason is there to have renunciation? And if we don't have renunciation as the foundation of our path, there's no reason, there's no way to have bodhicitta. If we don't want to be free, we can't wish others to be free. Doesn't even make sense. And then, how are we going to have time to practice wisdom or concentration, our mind's totally spinning off in other directions. So the whole path is pretty much annihilated just because the food tastes good. Is that really worth it? It just seems so useful. So for one dispassionate toward perception, there are no ties. So we'll just remember that, at least for the next half an hour.